Hello and welcome to Hometown Heroes. I'm Matt Smith of radio stations WSPC and Magic 103.3 FM. We're proud to bring you Hometown Heroes each and every month right here. Stanley Community College is so gracious to host us. We're actually in the Stanley Community College Library in the Snyder Building, and really want to give a shout out to those folks for all they do to make the video possible and to help make Hometown Heroes possible. They're one of our platinum sponsors along with URA Bank. Also, our gold sponsors are Pizza Hut, Stanley Tractor, and Desco. Our silver sponsors are Tar Heel Auto of Locust, Fiberon, A-Excellent Telecommunications, BB Oil, and AL Louder. And I want to give a huge shout out to everybody in the community that emails us and calls us and nominates Hometown Heroes. If you know somebody that you think is deserving as a hometown hero, a lot of times these people are doing the jobs behind the scenes and we don't see them, and you may see them, you may know who they are. So reach out, nominate a hometown hero. You can go to 1010wspc.com. There's a hometown hero button right there on the front page. Click that button, fill out the form, or you can simply email us at heronominations@gmail.com. That's also an easy way to do it, but we're proud to honor some outstanding folks in our community today, as we are every month that we do this. We're going to get right to it here, and I'm going to call up our first hero, and that's Mary Casey. Hold that up so they can see. As you know, it's one thing to do your job, but it's another thing entirely to become a lifeline for those you serve. Mary Casey has spent over 30 years in human services, dedicating herself to helping families find hope, resources, and support they need, especially those with intellectual and developmental disabilities. As a care manager extender with Partners Health Management, Mary works tirelessly across Stanley and surrounding counties, linking people with the services that can change the course of their lives. But her dedication doesn't stop at the office. Mary also serves on the Stanley County Juvenile Restitution Board, the Corey Morgan Foundation, and volunteers with Love Thy Neighbor Stanley. She's helped plan events for suicide prevention and is a consistent, compassionate voice for families who have nowhere else to turn. Mary was honored with the 2023 Impact Award for Partners Health Management, but ask anyone who knows her and they'll tell you she's been making an impact long before that. So we're proud to recognize Mary Casey as a hometown hero for a career and life devoted to lifting others up. Let's honor Mary Casey. So that's a long list of things you're involved in, but what got you started with Partners in Health?
I've actually worked in human services since I was 19. I'm 55. I work local county government, and I have an IDD bonus son, and the opportunity came open at Partners. It was a brand new position, and I've been with the position since it started.
Well, excellent.
22.
Well, what is it that you really enjoy about it?
I enjoy helping families. Since I came from the Medicaid side, I actually help with a lot of Medicaid and Social Security and assisting people with getting benefits. Things like that is the most rewarding, really.
Well, thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you.
And next is Sabrina Beasley Klein. Now, some people go beyond service and become a lifeline, and that's exactly who Sabrina Beasley Klein is. As the director of the Esther House of Stanley County, Sabrina serves women and children who are survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, and human trafficking. Their stories filled with trauma, but also hope. And Sabrina is often the first face of that hope. Her work doesn't end when the office closes. She's on call 24/7 because healing, safety, and compassion don't keep a schedule. Before joining Esther House in 2021, Sabrina spent years with the American Red Cross, bringing comfort in the face of crisis. She's the kind of person who has never asked, "Why should I help?" but always asked, "How can I help?" That same servant heart shows up in her involvement with Caroline Cares, Amaya's Angels, and her beloved Golden Regiment Marching Band at Montgomery Central High School, where she's known for rallying volunteers, whether they signed up willingly or were voluntold by Sabrina with her trademark laugh and loving spirit. She's a proud graduate of West Montgomery High and Pembroke State University, a fierce advocate for those who need a voice, and a joyful presence for anyone lucky enough to know her. Her favorite quote says it best: "If you have the power to make someone happy, do it. The world needs more of that." Sabrina doesn't just make people happy, she restores their faith, their safety, and their spark. So please help us honor Sabrina Beasley Klein, a true light in our community as a hometown hero. Thank you. Well, I really like the part about recruiting volunteers.
Well, recruiting volunteers, I have quite a few people in my phone database, over 2,800 people, and I've got quite a few followers on Facebook. So anytime I definitely need something, I say, hey, I need you, please. I used to say blood, time, or money when I was at Red Cross, but now at Esther House, I will tell you I need either your time or your money. And most people will give me one of those two, and I like to have both of them.
Well, you're obviously very good at what you do, and a lot of people think very highly of you, so congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Next, we have Detective George Wilson. It takes a special kind of officer to serve both the badge and the people behind the doors. Detective George Wilson has served the Albemarle Police Department since 2004 with a career focused on protecting the most vulnerable, especially in cases involving child abuse, domestic violence, sex crimes, and human trafficking. But what he built outside of the typical job description defines his impact. Detective Wilson is the driving force behind Badges and Boxes, an initiative that allows officers to respond not with just enforcement, but with empathy. Whether it's food, clothing, hygiene items, or classroom supplies, Badges and Boxes equips law enforcement and social workers with what they need to serve people in real time. No red tape, just real help. The program has grown to serve schools, flood victims, nonprofits, and hundreds of families across multiple counties. It's changed how people see law enforcement and how officers build trust. George has earned numerous certifications and accolades across his 21 years of service, but perhaps his most lasting contribution is the one that brings hope right to someone's front door. So we're honored to recognize Detective George Wilson as a hometown hero. So let me ask you, what sparked the idea?
So a lot of officers were going on calls in the middle of the night, and we were noticing an immediate need. A lot of times people aren't in a stressful situation because they don't like each other, because things are just going bad. And so sometimes if you can meet that immediate need in someone's life, you actually alleviate a lot of stress out of that home, and then that allows them to concentrate on being who they are. It helps kids when they go to school and their needs are getting met at home. And so the main goal was to give officers the opportunity to meet that need where they were at that moment and start building bridges within the community.
And it really helps people see officers as more compassionate people than just law enforcement.
Yeah, so sometimes, especially some of the younger officers, it's hard to understand where someone's at, needing to choose between their light bill and maybe their car registration or something like that, or putting food on the table for their children because they're not there in life yet. But those officers can see the need, understand it, go back, get the items they need, and then go out to that family and deliver it, and then they can see the change in that person's demeanor and how thankful they are, and they can build that empathy and compassion bridge that way.
That is amazing. Now, I'm sure you have all different kinds of resources to help this initiative, but if somebody is watching or listening and wants to help, do you have a way they can reach out and help?
Mainly through our Facebook page. You can just look up Badges and Boxes on Facebook and reach out to us through there.
Excellent. Remember that, Badges and Boxes on Facebook. Reach out and donate and help and follow along with everything they're doing. So, Detective George Wilson, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And next is Jennifer Belsinger. In the most difficult moments of life, there are people who bring peace, comfort, and compassion. And one of those people is Jennifer Belsinger. Jennifer's worked in healthcare for 20 years and currently serves as a registered nurse case manager with Tillery Compassionate Care. Her focus is on hospice patients living in nursing homes, assisted living, and group homes, individuals nearing the end of life who need both expert care and emotional support. Jennifer doesn't just treat symptoms, she eases burdens. Her presence brings peace to patients and their families, helping them navigate life's most challenging chapter with dignity. One family recently shared, "She's the best. We liked her from day one." A graduate of Stanley Community College, Jennifer earned her certification as a certified hospice and palliative nurse, proof of her commitment to continual growth and providing the highest standard of care. In a world where health care can feel rushed and impersonal, Jennifer brings grace, kindness, and humanity. So please join us in recognizing Jennifer Belsinger as a hometown hero whose heart is as strong as her skill. So, 20 years in healthcare, what drove you to Tillery Compassionate Care in the hospice field in the first place?
So my granny is my reason why. I spent 16 years at a skilled facility, and she was 94 years old. The last couple years of her life she spent there. She got diagnosed with sigmoid colon cancer, and I just knew that we didn't want her going through chemo. If this was it, we knew we wanted her to be comfortable. Well, what I was always told was hospice wasn't needed in facilities. There's nurses there to meet those needs and CNAs there, and it was double dipping. So when I was approached about hospice, because of what I was told, I didn't want hospice. So then I had to watch my granny not have the best passing that she could have had. So my mission now is to tell everybody that hospice is wherever you call home. And end of life can be just as beautiful as beginning of life, and everybody deserves to have that benefit.
Well, that's outstanding. And a lot of the hometown heroes, if you're a regular watcher for our program here, you know that a lot of the stories are very personal like that one. So it's good to hear that kind of thing that drives what you do and is behind it. So thank you so much for your service.
Thank you.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Hometown Heroes. Again, a big shout out to our sponsors. Our platinum sponsors are URA Bank and Stanley Community College, our host. And our gold sponsors are Pizza Hut, Stanley Tractor, and Desco. And our silver sponsors, Tar Heel Auto of Locust, Fiberon, A Excellent Telecommunications, BB Oil, and AL Louder. Until next time, for Hometown Heroes, I'm Matt Smith.